And today, episode 25, we're talking about child abuse. Responding to a comment here from Tink Nay. It's his favorite meal because he has never had a good meal. This is child abuse. All right, so then I asked, why do we think this is child abuse? Said you're feeding a child a deficient diet and filling his head with propaganda. Vegan children often have issues with the slow growth, bad teeth, and cognitive impairment. You are risking his future in an attempt to prove a point. How do we feel about that?
Quit eating animals.
All right. This was in the way here. Let me do that over.
Quit eating animals.
All right. Welcome back to the Quit Eating Animals show. Oh, I'm on a different one. Camera. Here we go. All right. So responding to a comment here about child abuse and want to get into the facts and the data. There is so much information out there. I don't want people to be scared about having their children or themselves go 100% plant-based food, because you can get everything, all the proteins, all the minerals, all the nutrients, all the vitamins that you possibly would need, all from plants. And if you are hesitant or think that you can't, or some sort of belief that you can't get everything or have that subconscious, go ahead and take a supplement. There's tons of supplements out there. And so there's really nothing to be afraid of. And so let's get into a little bit of the I'd say the facts or the information out here onto the web here. And let me share my screen. First, we're going to pull up the position of the American Dietetic Association, okay, on vegetarian or vegan diets. And I'm going to scroll down here. But before I do, what is the ADA? And so pulled this up here. The ADA was founded in Cleveland, Ohio during 1917, but I highlighted this information here. The ADA has grown to become the nation's largest organization of food and nutrition professionals. It has over 67,000 members in 52 states, including the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, an annual budget of $26 million. So it's committed to helping the public benefit from a healthy lifestyle. Okay. And so this isn't anything that's funded by any of these industries or things like that. This is an unbiased look at nutrition and diet. Okay. And so let's take a look at the definition of what they think or what they feel that their position on vegan diets. So right here, it is the position is appropriate plan vegetarian diets, including total vegetarian or vegan diets, are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits in the prevention and treatment of certain diseases. Well-planned vegetarian diets are appropriate for individuals during all stages of the life cycle, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, and adolescence, and for athletes. All right. And obviously it doesn't include any meat, anything from an animal. All right. So there you have it. There's the information. Let's go back to the comment and let's just make sure that we satisfied the answer here. So no, it's not a deficient diet. We can get everything that you possibly need from plants. Think about where all the animals get their nutrients from. It's from the plants. Look at what an elephant does. You're going to think that an elephant doesn't have enough strength and coming from plants. That's false. It does. Then let's go. Tinknell says, filling his head with propaganda. So let's pull up here the definition of propaganda, because I didn't know it. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. So no, this isn't propaganda at all. And this isn't misleading at all. These are facts. This is what happens. This is, the facts of nature. What is natural for humans? These are facts. This isn't propaganda. There's no political agenda. There's nothing that I'm sharing that can't be found out on information out there. This is truth. I mean, go see it. You can go to a slaughterhouse. You can go see these things. These are real life. This is real life here. So not propaganda at all. So sorry, Tinknell, not propaganda. Vegan children often have issues with slow growth, bad teeth, and cognitive impairment. Nowhere does that ever say that. That's not true. This is just, again, something, to scare people. This is just not true. And you're risking his future in an attempt to prove a point. There's no point that I'm trying to prove that would risk his future, that would risk his health. That's just not something that I would ever do. So I don't know where Tinknell is coming from. So that's not true. Nothing to be afraid of. Do we answer it all? And this is child abuse. Let's pull this here. What is abuse here? So let's actually look at what's happening here for our children. So abuse here, see number 2, treat a person or an animal with cruelty or violence, especially regularly or repeatedly. So I would argue abuse is what's happening to these animals in order for us to consume the food. So let's look at it from the kid's perspective, the child's perspective. We're actually abusing animals and feeding animals to our children, the abused animals. And then we're saying that it's not abuse, or that it's child abuse to feed them plants, to not be abusing the animals. I think we're backwards on this one, Tinknell. I think we're really, really backwards. Let me just get this straight. So let's pull up the definition again. Treat a person or an animal with cruelty or violence. So cruelty, again, look at what killing, cruelty or violence, certainly violent to be killing or stabbing or slitting the throat of the animal, especially regularly. Millions a day and repeatedly, every single second. So yes, abuse. We are abusing the animals to then feed our kids, to then show them to not to be abusing them. But if we give them plants, that's child abuse, because we're abusing them because we're not abusing the animals. I'm just lost here. So Tinknell, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. All right, let's see here. What do we have? That's all I got. Appreciate you watching. Just under 10 minutes here. Don't forget to hit subscribe. This is episode 25, 3 days live in a row. I'm going to try to jump on sometime throughout the day and see if I can respond to a comment or something that happened through the day. And so this one was a comment from Tinknell. Thought it would bring some value here. Please don't think or get scared to feed your kids a 100% plant-based diet. This is the answer. The information's out there. Please go do the research. Don't take my word for it. And please don't take Tinknell's word for it either. All right. Again, don't forget.
Quit eating animals.
And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.